Hello, hello everyone. Welcome back to Lovely Lavender Wishes. It's Renee. I hope you're having a very blessed day. So we are going to start slowly but surely on our butterfly journal. So I grabbed, I don't know if y'all can see this. Let me see if I can kind of adjust my phone. Here's my table. So I grabbed a bunch of butterfly stencils, a bunch of papers I'm going to use in the junk journal. Just some copy paper. We're gonna go over that. The cover, a butterfly book, and then just a variety of papers. Let's see. So a lot of these I just printed out. I just had in my, I don't even know, some of these I know are already made. Just some freebies that I had and some things in my junk journal areas. These I know I got off Pixel Scrapper. So for those of you who, are interested in getting free digitals, Pixel Scrapper, it might be going under another name now, but if you plug in Pixel scrapper.com, it should just automatically take you there, but you can get 5 free downloads a day. If you get a membership, you can have unlimited downloads. And I have a whole file folder over the years of things that I've been saving little by little. Here's a butterfly page that I just kind of, you know, formatted for this copy paper and just printed out, and, you know, just a variety of different things that I'm going to use for this, this junk journal. Just grab some, paper stacks. This set of paper, let's see, just pulled the whole thing. This set of paper I got from Peachy Cheap online. It came with paper and different, oh gosh, let's see here, different ephemera pieces. Like I think this whole thing came as a set like this. And if that's Peachy Cheap, if you go online, Peachy Cheap, it gives you a cheap deal every day. Sometimes it's scrapbook stuff, sometimes it's stamps, sometimes it's like beads and such. These were from my Your Creative Studio box right here. So I grabbed those. This was from, what is it? BB Craft from way back. So I just kind of went through all my stuff, grabbed a bunch of ephemera pieces, some, let's see, like some fabric and lace, and all my lace pile is right here. I grabbed a bunch that we're gonna kind of be playing around with, all this stuff. Let's see what else. This is just some cardboard that we're going to be using. So yes, so I just kind of, as you can see, my desk is a mess, and we are going to be starting our journal. It might take us a while. I got all my like little washi tapes. Let's see, different butterfly washi tapes that I had. This closure that I had that we're gonna close this. Now I am taking some inspiration from just this past week, I think, or the last week, was a video came out by Victoria? No, shoot, hang on, let me see. Victoria Designs sent a video out by Teal Memories, and she did like kind of like this lap book kind of book like this out of like cracker boxes and or cereal boxes and stuff. Well, I had this Spanakopita box, and I think this will be the perfect size I want. And this, I want the top to be a little bit bigger than this side. You can have both sides equal, whatever. My booklet's gonna go in here. So I'm kind of taking that inspiration. I thought it was really cute, the idea she had. She had like this little kind of container to put her book in. Her book would slide in here, and it kind of held her journal in, and then this whole thing kind of closed. And I'm gonna make like a lap book kind of part on this side. So I'm gonna take some of her ideas, put in some of mine, and we'll just kind of go from there. It's gonna kind of be a hodgepodge of ideas from different people. So if you wanna craft along, start grabbing all your butterfly stuff, whatever you have. This is gonna be like a butterfly journal. I grabbed, like, look at this. This is so pretty. So it's all gonna be kind of like pastel-y, kind of frilly colors, lace, things like that. I don't know. I say that now, it could totally go in a whole different direction. But so I grabbed my boxes. So today we are literally just going to barely start. We're going to get this going. I think I need to do this like in little bitty stages. So this might take a little while, but it's okay. We will get it done. And I think once I get the ball rolling, it'll go faster. So grab boxes, whatever boxes you have. It could be cereal boxes, cracker boxes. Here's crackers. And so this one I just cut open like that. And this box is this side's going to be up here. So what I want to do, I want to keep the bottom. So I opened up the box. So I definitely want to keep this bottom. So I got to remember, I want to keep this. Okay, y'all, I'm trying to think on camera. And I want to cut this down to size. So let me grab my copy paper. So okay, I just grabbed about 10 sheets of regular old copy paper. These are going to be folded in half. So might as well do it now. And I'm gonna probably coffee dye these, and we'll see what we're gonna do here, but we're gonna fold these in half. Now, this box already, you can already see that that's a little too big. And so that's fine. We're gonna cut this down. And so I grabbed my decal edge cutters, and I am going to do a few at a time because I don't want these cut the same. I want a different jagged edge along the way. You can tear these with a tearing ruler, whatever you'd like. But I'm going to cut this side first. I want a different deckled edge on these. So I'm cutting these very close to the edge. I don't care if it's like completely even or not. Now we want this to fit in here. So I'm going to cut the top and bottom. I'm just going to kind of go like this. Let's make sure it's kind of folded. And then I'm going to stagger all these pages so they're not all the same. You know, you don't have this deckled edge the same. Oh, and I got to cut this side. I forgot. So I'm cutting them differently. That way they kind of, you know, see, they'll be a little different. I have to start differently on that side. Okay, and then I'm going to and you don't have to be perfect. You can, like I said, you can tear these with your tearing ruler. Now we want this to fit inside. So I'm just gonna cut these down. If some are taller than others, no biggie, because I want it to be rustic. This is a junk journal after all, y'all. Okay, we're gonna kind of do this a little quickly. So let's see. See, that'll be. So I'm using this as kind of a measurement, and then we're going to cut this down to fit. Yeah, I want it to fit inside. So I'm going to kind of, that's bothering me. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect, y'all, but there are certain things that bother me. Okay, we're going to do the same with a few more sheets. I just take a few at a time because I can't cut them all at once. It's too hard to cut. And I'm going to start this one like that. So it's going to be the peaks and valleys in different spots. And the reason why I'm cutting this now is because when I do coffee dye and go in with my inks and such, okay, I'm gonna make sure it's like right about there. The ink and dyes and stuff will kind of settle into these edges. So I usually cut my paper first or tear my paper or what have you. And we could tear this, but I think I like this kind of deckled edge because it kind of feels like a butterfly, like the flitting of the butterfly. I don't know. It's kind of like airy and what have you. Okay, there's a few more. And see, when I take these and I'm going to like kind of switch them up a little like this, like put some in here. I'm doing this very quickly off, but I'm gonna like kind of separate these pages so then they're not all perfectly, see, they're gonna be some that are, see how it looks? So they're not all exactly formatted the same way. So I cut a couple different ways like that so we can separate them all and kind of go like this and just kind of, you know, and then I'll put the book together as well when we do that. Okay, so let's finish this one. And then I grabbed a bunch of, and I'm just cutting this really close along the side because I want to try to keep as much of this width as I can. And then, because we're cutting it down from the top and bottom. Let's see here, right about there. See, very rustic. One thing I love about junk journals, you don't have to be so precise. But this way we'll get kind of like our measurements. Again, I am kind of following along what the video, you know, what I saw in the videos, but as well as doing it my own way. And we're gonna do a bunch of different things differently. Y'all know I take an idea and I kind of run with it. So I'm just throwing these in a little bit, you know, haphazardly. And then I'm gonna put in other pages too, but let's just see if, yeah, see how they're all like just uneven and different. I like that. I don't like having them all the same. So that'll look nice when we get the inking and stuff on it. Okay, and let's make sure, see, that fits right inside this. Okay. Okie dokie. And then the cover, let's see, what was I going to use the cover? I'm going to put a lot of these pages in here too. So I have some tissue paper, just something like this, some butterfly pages, and I carefully tore these out of the butterfly book where it was sewn in like that, and I carefully tore them so I can keep these as, you know, so I'll put these like in here as well once I get these all coffee stained. So what I think I'm going to do is, here, this is going to be the cover, the back, the front and back, right there. And then we're going to decorate the cover, and there's the back, and then that'll be on the inside. It'll be really, really pretty. What I think I'm going to do, I have these stencils, and I want to try, so I'm going to soak these in coffee overnight. So that's what I'll do off camera. And I want the ink, the coffee to kind of soak in, and I'm going to probably splatter it a little. But I might even spray coffee through some of these stencils and see how that looks and let it dry. I have this stencil as well. I'm going to spray the coffee and see how that works. I'm also going to take some bluish, like jean, maybe distress, blue jeans or distress blue, distress ink, and do some, the smooshing technique. So I'm going to put some on my, you all have seen me do this, put some ink on a glass piece, spray it with water, and then just dip my page in. So I'm going to kind of stick with the blues, like the greenish blue teals, but I also am going to add like some, let's see here, I had some purple, yeah, like some lavender and some whites. So we're going to do a little bit of like some of this white old sheets that I had and some of this lavender. So it's going to be a lot of like pastel-y colors, but I am going to stick mostly with blues with some pops of color is what I'm thinking right now. Again, that could change. Okay, so we want to keep this intact. And we want to keep this bottom. So I want the box. Okay, so I want to keep that intact. I want this to be able to fit in, and I want the box to be a little bit higher. And then we're going to have to measure them to see. So let me make sure. Let me make sure I'm thinking this through correctly. I don't think we need the top, so I can cut that off. Okay, let me try cutting this first, and then we will, if I blow it, I blow it, y'all. Okay. cut all this top off. It's hard to like think on camera how this is gonna go, so I gotta kind of play around with it. Okay, do I need, let me try to think here. That is completely uneven. Let me just even that out. You know, I'll see people do junk journals and they just like cut willy-nilly, and I'm like, oh, that's so great for them. I cannot do that. I need to have it at least a little even. Okay, that's pretty tall. Okay, so let me think here. Okay. And I don't mind if the top part kind of sticks out a little bit, because we'll have frillies and stuff at the top. So, okay, we're gonna take this, and where's my pencil? I'm gonna use this as a template and just draw that across. That's the length, because these have to be the same height. Come on, I can do this. Hopefully this will make sense to y'all as we go. Okay. So here's the front. Here's the front. Okay, this is gonna be folded down. It's all gonna be covered with paper, so don't worry. Okay. Yeah, the top's gonna be, the front part's gonna be, you know, thicker, because this is the lap book part, and this is gonna be the little journal part that's gonna sit in here. Okay. Okay, let me think here. Is that right? Nope, that's not right. See, I'm glad I... Okay, let's make sure this is even. So this is how this will sit. So we want it like that. Okay. So now we're gonna cut down this way. Okay. This is the front, this is the front. Now let's make sure this will fit in here and have a little room on both sides. There we go. If it sticks out of the top, that's fine, at least a little bit. I might have to cut, let's cut this down just a tad. It's all about the, you know, kind of measuring and making sure that you got it. Okay. Okay. So this and this is the front. Okay, so now we have to cut down this box. So I'm gonna use this one as a template. Okay, I'm making sure this is lined up. I'm gonna cut that and then make sure that you line up, you know, this crease with this crease. Make sure you line those up so you get the right measurement. Unless you want to use a ruler and really measure, that's totally fine. I am doing this haphazard, willy-nilly. Like I said, I'm using the video as like an inspiration, and I'm going to do some of the same things, but then I'm going to do a lot of different things, I think, because that's what I do. I always got to add my own spin to it. Okay, so let's make sure now. Darn it, somehow I cut it a little too short. How is that possible? Oh, wait, maybe not. Did I? A little bit. Oh, it's just because it's like kind of, I didn't cut it too straight. Okay, so we're just gonna, I'm gonna take the ruler. We are going to, there we go. That probably would have been easier at the beginning. Again, it doesn't have to be perfect, y'all, but if I have like a big piece kind of hanging out, it kind of annoys me. And now it looks like I have a big piece hanging out here. No, maybe not. Let me see. No, that looks pretty straight. Okay. I think once I get all this, I keep putting it together or taking it apart. You got to keep it apart though, because it'll be easier to do all the paper on it. Okay, so this is what it will look like. And it looks like it's about the same. And when we get paper on it and material and all that, it's not even gonna matter. Okay, so you want them about the same height, same size. This one keeps coming up because of that. Okay, gotcha, got it. So there we go. So this is gonna be the little booklet. And what she did was she tore this part so it was jagged. So when you slide in your book, so your book's gonna kind of fit in this little, like this little pocket part, which I think was so cute. But what she did was tear it first and then put the paper on. I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna put the paper on and then tear it and make it so much easier versus tearing the box and then trying to put the paper on and tear the paper at the same spot. What I would recommend is gluing your paper on here first. So what you're going to end up doing, and I'm gonna do this off camera because I don't even know what paper I want to use. It's just gonna be kind of plain type of paper. Maybe pages like, let me just grab something, you know, just for an example. Maybe something like this, you know, something just to cover the box. So you're gonna, you know, cover up all the different sizes. I'm gonna probably have different kinds of paper on each, you know, just some plain paper. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Onto the boxes, okay? And then later we're gonna decorate with material and stuff. So a lot of the paper will be covered up, but you just wanna cover up your box part. So on this one, since this is going to be open like this, you're gonna wanna put paper on the inside of this as well. But what I would recommend, we are going to wait on that. Just cover the outside right now, because when we put this on and we use these little clips, this is gonna go on to here on top of your paper and material. I would leave this inside open for now, because then these little clip parts are gonna be clipped on the inside, and then you can just put paper over it and that'll cover the clips, if that makes any sense. So wait on the inside. So what you're gonna do off camera, and I'm gonna do off camera if you're following along, is you're gonna cover the top and this inside with paper, and just the top on this one with paper in the bottom here, okay? So I'll do that off camera. So this is going to be the front. Right? Hang on a second. I'm trying to decide. Actually, this might be the front. No, how are we doing this? Sorry, y'all. Nope, wrong. Okay. This is the front. It's gonna open like this. Your booklet's gonna be slid in here. And then this, we're gonna do like a lap book kind of type thing over here. So we also need to do a spine. So I grabbed some white cardboard, just some white cardboard. And we need it to be at least as wide as this. So it's 8 centimeters. Let's see, 3 and almost a 1/4 inch. So you want your spine to actually go bigger. So I'm going to probably do about 4 inches because it's going to have to glue to the side. So you need space on both sides. I'm actually going to do 4 1/4 here. I'm going to go extra. 4 1/4. I'm going to draw this line down. And let's see, how high do we need this to be? About 7. And almost 3/4. Like right about there. I can always cut off extra if I need to. Okay. The reason why I'm doing white is because I'm probably going to use white, like a white lace on the back. And I don't want like a box to show through. So you could have used your pieces of the box if you have a box. You can cover it with white paper. I just had this, so that's kind of what I'm using here. Okay, so this is going to be the spine when we get to it. And so that's going to kind of glue. Again, I'm trying to think this through, y'all. So it'll be kind of like a flexible spine. It's not going to be like, it'll be flexible once I get material on it and stuff. So this will open up. This will be like this. This will be like this. And open up. Okay. We'll see. Maybe when I'm putting it all together. So that's my spine piece. Here are my 2 edges. Okay, so again, off camera, you're gonna decorate that. Okay, so this is going to end up sliding in here once we get all this decorated. So this will kind of open up like this. And your booklet will go in here, your journal. So I'm going to put all my paper pieces together for my journal. This is going to get torn once I put the paper on. And so you'll have like a little opening here. So that'll look cute. Okay, so now, then all you need to do, so off camera, what I'm going to do is, like I said, I am going to coffee dye these with some of these. I'm going to do the smooshing technique. I'm going to cover these with paper. And then we will come back together and start really formatting this together and putting it together and getting some of the lap book stuff together and decorating. But that's the direction I'm going right now. I probably confused y'all even more, but this is the direction I'm going. We shall see how it goes. Yeah. So this I'm going to do off camera because it's going to have to dry. So I'm going to grab just some coffee. And how I do that, let me show you real quick. Let me see. Hang on, y'all. Okay, so I have these little spray bottles. And I just take some instant coffee, a couple scoops of instant coffee with some water. And I put it in one of these spray bottles. And I just start spraying. Or I'll like just dip the paper in the coffee. I'll just kind of pour the coffee over it and dip it and, you know, make little splatters or what have you with this. Just kind of soak this in coffee. But For the stencils, what I might do is just spray the coffee through the stencils. I'm going to try it and see how it works. So I'm going to try it first on like a scrap piece of paper. I'll grab another coffee paper and try spraying these because I want these to kind of show up on the page through the coffee. We'll see how that works. If not, what I can do is just take my distress ink and ink the butterflies on. So I'm going to try it with the coffee first. If that doesn't give me the effect I want, I might do some distress ink, but either way, I'm going to put some butterfly stencils on this, as well as some blue splatter ink as well. And then when we get together, I'll show you what I did. This is going to have to dry overnight at least if I'm, soaking it in coffee. So that's why I'm going to do all that off camera. But then I will show you what it looks like the next time, and we will continue on with this. So yes, we are starting our butterfly journal. Start grabbing all your butterfly stuff, and then I'll show you how I'm going to start decorating this journal, and then we'll put together the lap book. So hope you all enjoyed that. I will see you soon. Bye, y'all.